Spencer, long time. How are you?
Brother, it's very, very good to see you. I ain't seen you for a hot minute.
It's been a while.
Yeah, exactly. So
I just want to go straight in on this fight. I know you got a lot to say. Haye Bellew, the rematch, repeat, revenge. How's it go?
Well, it was Frank Sinatra that said the best form of revenge is massive success. Right, so therefore, you're looking for this revenge thing. I know, like, we're taught on the European culture that revenge is a dish best served cold. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what this revenge thing, you know what I mean? Like, I like Tony Bellew when he just said, like, I've already won. That's like one of kind of my sayings. That's it, right? My man's kind of breaking my lines there, you know? Right, when he said, I've already won. For the mere fact that where I've come from, and to be at the stage, or to be the pinnacle of the stage right now, because he is the pinnacle, he's saying that I have already won. You know what I mean? To quote the great Marcus Garvey. You understand? When he says, like, without confidence, you're twice defeated in a race of life, but with confidence, you won even before you started. I'm looking on the stage now, I'm seeing a confident man in Tony Bellew. Regardless of the outcome, he's won even before he started. I have to big him up for that one.
The thing is, I personally think Tony Bellew says so much that within it, you must find a couple pearls of wisdom. But no, because he also said he was going to retire. He also said thanks. He said a lot of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Of course he's going to say that I'm going to retire, but then he's also going to say, well, you know what? Financial.
I get it. I'm not saying like I don't get it.
And you know what? I would have liked to have seen him retire, but then he's saying, like, there was still intangibles to his victory. So he's saying, you know what? Let me just show, man, that I can actually beat you. And David Haye saying, well, I want to show you that I can beat you being fully fit. But if you look, David Haye, in chronological order, has always suffered from injury. You know what I mean?
Like always, though.
Always suffered.
Before he even turned pro.
Yeah, exactly. If we go to the 2002
Commonwealth
Games, pulled out injured. If you go to when he was meant to fight Hobson for the British Cruiserweight title, pulled out with injury. We go through the first Klitschko fight, right? And I'm not talking, I'm talking Vitaly Klitschko, right? Pulled out, injury. Go through it. The two Tyson Fury fights, pulled out, injury. So he's always been injured, brother. So this is something that's not new when you see that he's been injured, but now...
But they're selling it on that whole, we're going to see how his body holds up, kind of, like, that. Is that... This is what I mean, because you've just chronicled a man whose body's always kind of failed at some point, but he's always come back and actually got better.
Well, he has.
So that's what I'm saying. It renders what Bellew was saying doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but he's 37 years old now.
I understand that.
Right? And I'm saying, like, he's 37 years old, but he's still saying, well, I still got enough to deal with Tony Bellew. Now, I'm saying, like, what round was David Haye injured in? And why didn't David Haye just knock him out in the 4 rounds prior to the 5th round of him getting injured?
I think David's addressed that though, isn't he? He said he weren't fighting properly. You mean you watched the fight and he wasn't fighting properly? I don't know why though. He parted with his coach after, didn't he?
Yeah, well, that was inevitable, right? But the way he went out and fought in that, there was no, like I'm saying, fighters evolve their style of fighting. You know what I mean? The older you get, you evolve your style. I haven't seen an evolution in the style of David Haye. That's no disrespect. He's a fantastic fighter, and in a lineal sense of British boxing history, he's a great. He's done great things, especially down at cruiserweight, and moved up and won the WBA heavyweight title. You've got to give him all the credit in the world. But I'm being realistic. When it's dealing with an active man to an inactive man, I'm always going to favour the active man. And an active man that embellishes himself on smarts of the game. I see clever things done by Tony Bellew. I see quick stitch muscle memory, you know what I mean, athletic things done by David Haye. But David Haye's still trying to fight like he's 22, 23. Do you understand?
So do you think that's where he comes unstuck in this rematch?
You know what? I'm not. It's not me like I'm hating on David Haye.
I think people know it's not a hate thing by now, man.
No, I just want you to know that I would think, like, the wear and tear and the years of everything that you've gone through, the applied pressure that's been on the body, then I would favour Tony Bellew to win this fight on points, for the simple fact that he's been active and you can't beat that. Not only that, but Tony Bellew has evolved his style of boxing because he's telling you by his own admission, I've become smarter. I'm not better, meaning like athletically. The more superior man athletically is David Haye. He's going to take off his top right now, he's going to look like a goddess. You understand?
Or a god.
I got it, because it's the
template cut from a woman. I understand.
All right. Oh, you know this thing, yeah, right? All right, Egyptologist, right? So that's what I'm looking like. Yeah, but Tony Bellew was a very clever guy. David Haye's still trying to box like he's 22, trying to still do the Roy Jones style, the left hand low, popping it up, trying speed shots. Why are you trying to try and throw speed shots when you're slow now? Do you understand? That's when you're meant to be smart now. Trick man into things, lull man into things. Be the smart aggressor, and then pull back from being aggressive and wait for Tony Bellew to come in and count with them uppercuts and left hooks. It's going to be an interesting fight.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Good luck. Talk about how you assess the heavyweight division at the moment. A lot of talk. Anthony Joshua, Wilder, all of that jazz. Talk to me. Where are you? What's your thoughts on everything that's gone on in the last week or so?
I wish that Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder does happen. For the simple, and I want it to happen in Africa. I want that fight to happen in Nigeria. There are many people out there, the president of Nigeria is keen for that. I want that to happen there. The guy who's the daddy of Nigeria in Tinubu, we have to bow humbly to that man. He's an excellence. They would want that fight out there. You know what I mean? They could put up that kind of breed of money because they got it. And something. That ain't nothing to them. That, you know what I mean? They find it in someone's lavatory, like 50 mil. That ain't nothing. Yeah, it's true stories. It's there. You know what I mean? Some hotel room. You know what I mean? Just outside of Delta State, and they'll go find the money out there. So the money's there. I would love for that fight to happen out there. You know what I mean? Was it the head of, AUB Bank? He was out as well, Tony Bellew. When we're seeing, these are big billionaire man flying to watch Anthony Joshua fight. These are big guys. I think that fight should happen out. There's a resurgence in consciousness of blackness right now. Let's call it what it is. So something like this needs to happen there, just for these little young thugs who are out on the road to say like, raw, look at this. There's levels to this thing, and it's coming from man that actually look like me. Like Marcus Garvey said, if only we knew our greatness and where we come from, we'll be less inclined to disrespect ourselves. So what? And you be telling me like, big things. We go think of like how Africa as a continent has just been demonized. Oh, flies and blah, and this, and the water's not clean, and everything's brought down, and this. What? Go certain parts you wouldn't even believe where you go. There's certain parts in Gambia you could go right now. You would never believe that you're at. Do you understand? There's certain parts of Egypt that you could go. Egypt is in Africa. Last time I checked on the map, right? There's certain parts where you go there. So like, I'm just being real. I'm just telling it how it is, and I don't care who want to try to call back. Oh, Spencer's racist and blah blah. You're an idiot. Do you understand? Because number one is this, you have to understand, if you study anthropology, the eldest remains of bones come from where? They were in Africa, of Lucy, you know what I mean? Right, exactly. Zinzanthropus. Zin meaning black, Xanthropus meaning the first. So therefore, when we're looking at these things, we say, okay, cool. We understand this. Our youths are meant to see that. So the heavyweight championship of the world, just like what Don King did in October 74 with Ali versus George Foreman, that could happen again, and it could happen in Nigeria, not only to boost the economy, but to boost the consciousness. Eddie Hearn and these guys, Sky TV, they need to be looking at something like this, because this problem that we have right now in the UK with these little young kids, where you're seeing, what's that woman, Hobson, Katie Hobson or whatever her name, I don't know her name, I see her spit in her face, but her, when she's turning around saying like, oh, but it's these black gangs and blah, 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 it's true. It's these black gangs. It's these youths who are going out with no guidance, with no nothing. So therefore, something like this, to wake their consciousness, we have to ask yourself, not man want to walk around and say they're conscious, but are they conscious that they're conscious? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you have to be conscious of your consciousness to be supremely conscious.
We digress a little bit.
No, but I'm just talking how it is right now.
You're free, Cuss. You're free.
No,
not free like Kanye, but you're free.
No, but listen.
No, I'm not going to start you. I'm not going to start you.
Like I said, in scripture it tells you, in the book of James it says, resist the devil and he will flee from you. A lot of these little Kanye West geezers, right, will do you know what I mean? They've been, their mind, no.
Let's not go there.
I said it anyway.
No, let's not go there.
Don't even chop that out of the thing.
No, let's not go there. Joe Joyce. I mean, what could he do in the division? He's moving at high speed. He obviously said he wants to move quick. He's no young guy, no spring chicken. Glenroy Johnson, talk to me.
He's under the tutelage of David Haye. He's got around David Haye. David Haye was fast-tracked as a professional fighter underneath the guidance of Adam Booth. So that David's just perpetuating what he knows. He's saying, right, we can beat this guy, you can beat this guy. Right, there's Joe Joyce, as we call him, he's just walking past it now. Joe Joyce knows in his heart that I'm going to take the opportunity to prove myself against somebody that we believe in our camp that we could beat, and I've faced better guys than him when I was on the WBS circuit as an amateur, who I've faced better guys when I was qualifying for the Olympic Games. So therefore, he's grabbing this thing with two hands. He believes like that I've faced better guys than you, so why should I just face you and just deal with you? And one thing about the guy is supremely fit. So don't worry about, he may just gas out, or he won't gas out. Like, talk to Robert McCracken. Robert McCracken knows boxing. Let's give cool credit where it's due. And Robert McCracken's telling us that Joe Joyce can go all the way. He goes, Spencer, not thinking, but he's going to go all the way, right? So when you look at it, that's a robot talking, right? So, and I
missed your calling, you know.
Yeah, and I'm just being real, and I just believe that he can go all the way because he's methodical. But for somebody who looks methodical, it's deceptive because you've seen him do that karate thing, and he can jump and spin around. So therefore, capoeira, that's it called, right? So you know that he's a very athletic person, so he's fighting within himself. Do you understand? Because if he really wanted to just go, man, he could go do that, man, and just tear up people. So yeah, I rate Joe Joyce, man. But Lenroy Thomas is a good man, nice man from St. Catherine. I beer buckle teeth down there, still, sir. I mean, the man teeth buckle, you know. And when you drink your D&G, you put them up and you just count them up. Them man will come to the yard and teeth your bottles there, but I'll sell them. You know what I mean? Sell them a cock shop. So therefore.
What about Josh Buatsi? Obviously, we don't know.
The guy's class. He oozes class. You know what I mean? He's picture perfect when he throws his shots. Sometimes a bit too picture perfect. He wants everything to look superb, but sometimes that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because if you're aiming for perfection, it will come out, and it's coming out very, very. You know what I mean, I'll call him the top prospect in the world right now. You know what I mean?
Huge praise.
Why not? Why?
Above Tunde, your friend Tunde's prospect?
No, but that's the thing about it is this. Tunde is no longer a prospect. And you can't call yourself a prospect at your number 2 or number 1 contender in WBO. You're not a prospect no more. Do you understand? So that's why.
Even though he's only had like 30, 40.
He's not. No. Andy Yard's arrived, and he's going to arrive even more. So therefore, I'm saying like on the world, Andy Yard's been a pro 4 years now, right? So Andy Yard's arrived, man. Let's give the kid his dues. You know what I mean? He's a WBO European champion. He's highly ranked in the WBO, and he's got a great teacher. He's got a great teacher. I teach him a brethren. I know that's straight. So I have big up woman, I have big up. But smaller pool get smaller.
And on that note, Spencer, respect. Keep doing what you're doing with your podcast, bro. We love it.
Man, we have to burn a fire upon certain things too, and them know so them can't hold we. Remember that the part them cannot hold we. You know what I mean? The devil come out in a many shapes and sizes and form now. But from your read your scripture, you get up and you call I am, and I am is the Father where inside of you, you go through. So burn a fire upon Satan.
Respect.